Well, I wait all year to say this, but fall is here. Kids are back in school, vacations are over, and it's officially the start of cozy season. And for me, it's officially the start of touring season, which means it's time to slide on some Bombas. You know Bombas. You see me wearing Bombas on stage over my leggings. They are the most comfortable socks, slippers, tees, and underwear out there. They're made from premium materials that actually make sense for this time of year. You want to get cozy, but still be in something breathable, but have your feet feel held. Nothing feels better on an airplane than a pair of Bombas. Think merino wool that keeps you warm when it's chilly, but cool when it's hot. Supima cotton that's softer, stronger, and more breathable than regular cotton, and even rag wool. The thick, durable, classic cozy sock you're going to want all fall. Apple picking, drinking apple cider, even if it's kind of still hot outside and you're going pumpkin shopping in LA, still, we want the look. And it's not just socks. Bombas designed slippers that make it hard to leave the house, which is what you want. Another reason to stay home. And with their happiness guarantee, if you're not 100% into what you've got, they will make it right. No risk, all reward. Head over to bombas.com/Iliza and use code Iliza for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Iliza. Code Iliza at checkout. What's the skinny on protein? Well, from Gina Homolka, New York Times bestselling author and founder of the long-standing go-to healthy eating blog Skinny Taste, comes Skinny Taste High Protein. In this book, she creates super simple flavor-packed recipes with 100 high-protein meals for any time of day. Each recipe packs at least 30 grams of protein per serving. And these are delicious recipes like mango blueberry smoothies or sheet pan tahini salmon fish tacos and protein-boosted versions of classics like PB&J breakfast crepes. Skinny Taste High Protein will be your go-to resource for nutritious meals that pack a protein punch. Skinny Taste High Protein by Gina Homolka is available wherever books are sold.
Lemonada.
Ask me, ask Iliza anything. It's time to ask. Ask me all your questions. Leave them in the Instagram comment section. Leave them on your Twitter or leave them on your Facebook. We'll see them, we'll read them, then we'll give you answers. You know it, I've got it. I've got the answer, you ask me. I'll tell you anything.
I don't like how people are like, it's giving.
Oh.
Just because everyone says it, but it is giving like yoga West Side mom.
Oh, your vibe right now?
Yeah, the hair could be straighter, but like that's the vibe.
Well, you did rip your sweater off for this recording.
To do the vibe, because I'm sitting right in the window because that has the light.
So it's hot.
And it's hot. I was warm. Speaking of hot, so this past weekend, I threw a party. It's called Flip Phone. And in my perfect world, I make this a monthly thing. But basically, I just decided, having attempted to go out multiple times and I'm never able to find the right vibe and definitely not the right music. I was like, millennials and elder millennials are not dead. We deserve a space where we can party and not be beholden to the programming of like a 22-year-old or someone who's in their 50s that thinks they know what we want to hear. Every generation has their specific music. I'm tired of a couple things. One, I don't want to go to a dance party and have to hear Chapel Roan, who's fine, but like I don't care about Pink Pony Club. Cancel me. Fucking break me. I like Bruno Mars. I don't want to hear 24 Karat. Like I'm not at a bar mitzvah. I don't want to hear Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac. Like that's not fun to dance to. We've already done all the nights where we're screaming the lyrics. We're like 30 years out from when those songs debuted.
Yeah.
So what about, I was like, I want to hear all the music I used to get ready to from like 2010 to 2015 and some EDM and some newer stuff and some remixes and some techno. So I created a night. I went out as much as I could in Europe to like find a party and everything was like, it does not start until, I don't know why they're French. It does not start until midnight. And I'm like, okay, it's a Wednesday. I don't want to do that. So I created Flip Phone. It starts at 7 p.m. The music is loud, but not so loud that you can't have a conversation somewhere. And I rented out, for anyone that's old in LA, what was the original Hyde, which was a small club by the Laugh Factory.
Oh my God, yeah.
I walked in when I was like looking at it, I was like, oh my God, I had a birthday here.
What is
like,
it
got
now?
bottle service when I was like 26. Now it's called Off Sunset, which is like a for hire, like, I think they kind of market it as like a quiet place for celebrities, but I think people just like rent it out.
Mm-hmm.
And Red Bull sponsored it because they're the coolest, best partner. And I do so much stuff with them.
Mm-hmm.
And people just came. It was like friends of friends. And I just needed, this sounds like such a white woman thing. Like I just needed to dance, but I did. And somehow that right gets taken away from you as you get older because you don't want to schlep to the east side and wait in a line with a bunch of 25-year-olds and you may not get in. I'm never waiting in a line because I'm not ugly yet. And I created it and I had a very specific playlist, an extended universe playlist. And we had this amazing DJ. I have to ask him if he wants to be cited or not because he had like a very big gig the next day. And he was like, okay, just don't say my name. And it was great. There's just been a lot in the news and in general, whether you're political or not. And it's just stored up. And like, I was like, I just want to dance. And I danced so hard. I woke up, my knees hurt. And I was like, oh, you are old.
Oh.
Counterpoint, I was jumping for 3 solid hours.
Jumping.
I had to get it going. So I created it. I'd like to do it again. I think everybody had a good time. The nadir of our trip to Poland was like, we met some kid who lied about being 21 or like 19, whatever the age is there. And we followed him to a party, like an underground party. And we got there and he couldn't get in and neither could we. I was like, So create your own thing. Starts at 7. When we left at 10, the other people were lining up for the 11 o'clock party. Like I had friends who were like, where are we going next? I was like, I'm going to take a shower.
Yeah, I'm going home.
I'm going to wash this gel out of my hair.
Oh.
So I was really excited about that. I created the thing I didn't see and everybody loved it. And I think there is a benefit. There's always versions of it. There's like a day party. There's sober parties. There's 80s parties. And I'm like, this is 2010 specific. We're calling it Y2K, but that's just when we graduated high school. So I'd like to do more of them. I'd like to learn how to DJ so I can mash up all the music I want. I know.
Well, your friend Meredith Marks is a touring DJ now.
The director?
No, from Salt Lake City Housewives.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't think you need like a medical degree to learn how to do this. And I have I wouldn't be doing it just for the ease of being like, I'm a DJ, I'll just spin my music. I would do it so I could mash up.
Gig. Yeah.
I would. Like I've always seen myself, I'm just going to share this. When I was 16, I went to Spain and I bought a CD of all Euro Spanish techno house music. That song Bailando is on there. Bailando, bailando. And it's always stuck with me. And I've always seen myself in all white DJing in Spain. So if they could just get over their intense hatred of Jews, I would love to be a touring DJ and just fucking party. I need it in my body. I need to listen to house beats. I need to listen to 120 beats per minute. I posted my European EDM playlist. Anyways, nobody cares except me. And I'm going to start to take very tiny baby steps toward it after I take this jujitsu class this week. I'm going to be a different person in a year from now.
You have a lot going on.
I have nothing going on and a lot, but one thing is for goddamn sure. I'm not going to move through this world scared. So we're going to take that free jujitsu class to see how I like it.
Scared of being a DJ.
One thing is for sure, as a woman, no matter what you take, there will always be a man that's like, no, you need to take this. I'm like, I'm not trying to like grapple with someone. I'm just trying to like not be afraid for my body if somebody's acting like a lunatic around me.
Right.
So that's it.
Okay.
You're such an anti-upper. I'll be like, and here's all these things. And you'll be like, all right, let's move on. You're a very NPR. You are the NPR to my Kiss FM.
And never the twain shall meet.
Never. Maybe on like a public service commercial.
Where the energy just comes screeching to a halt.
Wait, I got to do because NPR always, I'd be like, the conflict in Syria with millions of civilian casualties intensifies. Coming up, what's the best recipe for this Thanksgiving?
You're even giving it too much energy.
You're right.
Like you're giving it's like this is Emily Higgins reporting on the current conflict, and we will be back after.
They don't
this
say
break. No, they don't say
Do it again, and I'll do the sick jazz lick. Go ahead.
This is Emily Higgins. I'll be back after this break to fight once again with Gene Simmons.
Gene Simmons.
Remember she had a fight with him, Terry Gross? Wasn't it Gene Simmons?
From Kiss?
Yeah.
Just Jews on Jews. When we come back, are we done with Kosovo? Emily Higgins reports. She's our only reporter.
Everybody else had too much emotion in their voice.
I think there's like some fusion jazz musician just in a recording
Just
booth
like,
at NPR, and they just throw it in and they're like, hit it, Les.
You know that all must be cleared like so hard. Like the music, the legality of the music and every single piece that they use is so on the up and up.
Later in the hour, what do Afro beats and futuristic cooking have in common? I don't think they even tease it like that.
No.
But like, coming up, a decidedly liberal viewpoint on a mayoral election that could absolutely tank New York City.
No, it's coming up. Zoran Manami on the conflict in Ubida. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Where's the music?
Coming up, reasons not to vote for Zoran Mamdani. You're going to be real sorry, New York, if you do it. Coming up, wake the fuck up and vote to save your city.
Remember when we could vote for, we couldn't, but if we lived in New York, we could have voted for Cynthia Nixon for mayor. What a time that was.
You know what? I said I wasn't going to. All those women that gathered and sang Ceasefire Now?
No.
There's footage of women in scarves. Ceasefire
I don't like
now.
people singing as a group.
Oh, you guys did it.
Do you remember when all of our representatives put on cloths and knelt down together in a group?
You know, you laugh at that, to be honest, but what you forget is the elephant ton of social pressure to acquiesce to that, or you would be decimated publicly.
I just think
so. Everybody, hold on, because I was thinking about that today. I saw a meme about Joe Biden kneeling.
Yeah,
you guys forget how violent people get when you are not submissive to what the public demanded at that time. Like, you had people tweeting at white writers who made a joke once and demanding for reparations over Venmo. It was wild. So everyone makes fun of it now, but do it or you would be literally fired and canceled. So I'm not interested in this Monday morning revisionist history quarterback where anybody had a fucking opportunity to even disagree.
No, but it's just that time when it was that tweet where it was like, my daughter came up to me and said, Ruth Conda forever. You know, that time.
That was the worst.
That time of
worst.
the overcorrection.
That was peak performative.
So funny.
Nobody knew what to do. Because none of these people knew a black person. They were like, how can I?
Right.
Yeah, it's awful. How can I be an ally and not look like a lunatic? Oops.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would like for you to come to one of these and wearing a baseball hat and really low energy, just I'm sorry for being successful.
I ain't saying sorry for jack shit. I'm not saying sorry to anyone. I'm not answering for anyone. I'm done. I was talking to some comics the other day about, they're like, what do you think of the Riyadh Comedy Festival? I was like, I don't have to share an opinion.
All right. Want to answer questions?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, we do have a follow-up first that I'll just share because it's about you being right. So you remember we had somebody who was like, my mom's asking about a bridal shower. What do I do? Do I have one? So she says, lukewarm update. Iliza was right that I think the bridal shower is tacky because essentially I would have to throw it for myself. It's just impossible to coordinate otherwise. I wish my mom or a best friend could throw it for me. And if any of us lived in the same state, they would. The issue is my mom's in Texas. I live in Oregon. My extended family is in Chicago. My 3 closest friends live in Missouri, Georgia, and North Carolina. At least it's not a lack of self-worth. I just feel like it's such a hassle for me to plan both a wedding and a shower and expect people to be able to travel 2 times in 1 year for essentially the same event. So yeah, just a practical person.
I hear that. And I was right. And, you could always have everyone fly in the night before. You could do your bachelorette party 2 days before.
So another listener said, that's so valid. If you really want to do something, maybe an Airbnb in a central location and whoever can drive out does.
It's so.
And our question asker said, I love it. That might be the best move.
Okay, right. Great.
So they might do that.
But you're right. It is a pain in the ass, and that is fair. The other version is they do just fly in. So, but I hear you, and I was right, and that's all we need to take from this. Sorry, nobody wants to hear me burp. That was gross.
How dare.
I don't know why I'm like, this will be cute.
Fall is the time of year we all slow down and indulge. For me, fall is the time of year that I go on tour. And when I come home, all I want to do is get cozy in bed. And I don't think it can get any better and any cozier than a set of Boll and Branch sheets. And I love a Boll and Branch bundle. They are perfect for creating a sanctuary of comfort. When you bundle your bedding with Boll and Branch, you get everything you need with the ease of a click. There's bundle options for every kind of refresh, starting with new sheets and blankets to a complete bed transformation. They have bundles for every kind of sleeper, with curated bedding for your coolest, coziest, or softest night's sleep. Made with the highest quality 100% organic cotton in durable designs and customizable colors, Boll and Branch comes with a 30-night worry-free guarantee. I know a lot of you love your Boll and Branch because you tell me you love it. And I know that you've been loving it for a while, so why not get that second set? Why not upgrade to something extra cozy for fall? Boll and Branch makes upgrading your bed easier than ever with curated bundles for a sanctuary of comfort. For a limited time, get 20% off bed bundles plus free shipping and returns at bollandbranch.com/Iliza. That's Boll and Branch, BOLLAND branch.com/Iliza to save up to 20% and unlock free shipping. Exclusions apply.
The amount of times I've gone out just wanting to dance and hear some great music from like the 90s, and instead I end up with like bad wedding music. Sometimes adults just want to go out and be around adults their own age and not be stuck in a line with a bunch of 22-year-olds and hear some good music. Well, this is your chance. The 90s bands you love that got you through braces, bad boyfriends, and questionable low-rise jeans are back with the 90s Cruise. Head to 90scruise.com for more info, but it's sailing January 25th through the 30th on board the Celebrity Constellation, departing from Tampa with stops in Nassau and Key West. It's an epic 90s lineup with concerts from some of the biggest artists of that decade, including TLC, Sugar Ray, oh my God, my heart, Better Than Ezra, En Vogue, Are You Kidding Me? And more. Your friends will be so jealous while they're at home defrosting chicken and folding laundry. You'll be screaming every word to your favorite 90s hits, reliving high school, feeling incredible, all on a cruise ship. No kids, no bosses, no responsibilities, just you, a drink in hand, and a dance floor with your name on it, reliving at least the time in your life where you had the most energy. Sailing January 25th through the 30th, 2026, from Tampa to Nassau and Key West on Celebrity Constellation. You want life advice? Here it is. Go to the 90scruise.com/Iliza. Grab your cabin and use code Iliza for $250 off new reservation. Once it's sold out, it's just you, your couch, and a sad playlist. And I know, because that's usually me. Your friends are going to be so jealous, so grab them, round up your buddies, and get on that cruise. When I was a teenager, I had a checkbook. And I balanced the checkbook, and I had a little debit card, and put $20 in, take $20 out, and I learned about money. And the truth is, the world of finances is a lot bigger than that, but it's never too early to start your kids on good money habits. You want your kids to save their money and know the value of a dollar? Well, Acorns Early makes it easy to teach kids healthy money habits that will stick with them for life. Acorns Early makes it easy with their smart debit card and money app that grows kids' money skills as they grow up. Then your kids get to set their own savings goals and start building healthy money habits early. They get a personalized debit card. They can spend what they earn. They can keep what they earn, and it gives them a sense of independence. Plus, with Acorns Early spending limits and real-time spend notifications, parents always stay in control because, let's be honest, I can't have my kid just buying, only Bluey stickers. It's enough. If you're ready to teach your kids the smart way to earn, save, and spend, get your first month on us when you head to acornsearly.com/Iliza or download the Acorns Early app. That's 1 month free when you sign up at acornsearly.com/Iliza. Acorns Early Card is issued by Community Federal Savings Bank, member FDIC, pursuant to license by MasterCard International. Free trial for new subscribers only. Subscription fee starting from $5 per month unless canceled. Terms apply at http://acornsearly/early terms.
Okay. How do I tell my coworkers that they are the absolute worst in a professional manner? Dear
Emily?
Iliza.
And now we're going to kick it over to Emily.
Dear Iliza, I'm a teacher and have been placed in a new year group and team for the first time since I started at my current school 3 years ago. My teammates have very different personalities from mine, and while I know we wouldn't be friends, I know they are great teachers and I respect them. Unfortunately, I don't feel like they respect me. I've been a teacher for 11 years, but I've mostly taught abroad, so my teaching style and approach with parents is a little bit different, but I always stick to what we decide as a team. I've noticed from the beginning that whenever I suggest something, they will first fight me on it before asking questions, and they never, ever consider it. I've been raised to be a people pleaser, so I usually just accept it and then think about it for days. But an incident 2 weeks ago is making my blood boil. And I know if I don't speak up for myself, I will eventually explode. So I need your advice on how to professionally demand equal treatment. So my husband was deployed with the military and my family lives far away. So I was home alone with my 2 young children, 4 and 2.
Already it's too much.
When my oldest had a freak accident at her daycare. She's okay, but it was very scary when it happened. I texted my team to let them know I was at the ER with her and would be out for the rest of the week. This was on a Wednesday. Instead of asking what happened or if she was okay, they asked me if I had uploaded the sub plans yet while I was still in the ER and my daughter was getting an MRI.
Oh my God.
I said I would do it as soon as I got home, and I did. The following day, I uploaded my sub plans for Friday, but my co-teacher, we're both part-time, so we co-teach the same class, told me that I would need to come in to prepare the individual writing practice sheets we usually give as homework on Fridays. I told her I wasn't sure how to manage that as my daughter was in no state to come to school with me and I had no one to watch her. She asked why my husband couldn't watch the kids, and I gently reminded her that he was abroad. We talked about it several times before.
They don't like you.
Yeah.
And they're overworked. It sounds like it's a lot of people managing like the same job. If you're co-teachers, you are not co-teachers. They do not like you. Do you speak, is English your first language? Is it, could it be like you're from another culture kind of thing?
No, I think English.
You sound like you speak English as a first language.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being the people pleaser I am, I told her I'd figure it out instead of asking if she could just do it one time, since we're technically supposed to share the workload anyway, or to just hand out the homework on Monday. And I did figure it out. I always do, but at my kid's expense. So I had to sit with a neighbor instead of being with her mom when she was miserable. When I got to the school, I checked the kids' folders and realized they hadn't even used my sub plans. So I was already furious. They pressured me so much to take time away from my sick kid to plan lessons that no one even used. That was already bad enough, but what pushed me over the edge was when another teacher on our team, there's 4 of us total, had the common cold a couple days later and called out sick for 8 fucking days. We are in Germany where you can do that.
Oh, you're American. They're German.
Is that it? You should have seen our group chat. The way they were babying her, you would have thought she was on her deathbed. They told her to not worry about school, just focus on resting and recuperating. She said she was going to send sub plans soon, and they told her, don't worry about a thing. We'll plan for you. We'll make sure your class is taken care of. You just rest, poor thing. My blood was boiling. The following week, there were several check-ins about her health and how are you holding up? Do you need anything? Meanwhile, no one ever asked me about my daughter's health or how I was doing without any support.
God.
I know that they will treat me however I am allowing them to treat me. So my question is, how do I stop them from walking over me like this?
Listen to me. It sounds like they're German and you're American. That's what it sounds like. And I picked up on this. I was like, it's a cultural clash. They're not respecting you probably because nobody respects like American education anymore.
Yeah.
Let's assume that they're all foreign.
Well, so let me do the last 2 sentences. It's very apparent they don't like me, which is fine. I know I can't force empathy from them, but next time I'm sick, I simply do not want to be forced to bend over backwards to complete all my work, especially when it's pointless and doesn't get used. I tend to stew and eventually explode. So do I say something now or do I wait until something like this happens again? For context, we get placed at the schools over here. So I cannot quit and find a new school if I don't like my team. Unless we move, I'm stuck here and need to get along with these people. I feel like you will know exactly how to handle this. So thank you so much for your input, Liz.
You got to set these women straight. you got to come with receipts. Germans are direct people. And I think they saw a weakness and they're like, we'll just walk over her because she is we can do this to her because you're not standing up for yourself. Maybe they don't respect I also don't know. I don't know your teaching style. I don't know your lesson plans. I don't know how you are at school, but this is like a instinct to eat the weak kind of thing. I think, first of all, and this is in general, don't think about the next time I'm sick, I'm not going to da-da-da. The issue is you guys showed a complete, they're German, lack of compassion, and you made me bend over backwards for a lesson plan you didn't even use, which shows me that you don't respect me. I'm trying to think how I would say something. I would just, there has to be a way to be like, I see you. I see what you did. And moving forward, I will not be bending. God, how do I want to phrase this? Because you don't want to say, I see you. And in the future, I'm not going to, you're not going to make, it's like when my daughter gets mad, she's like, fine, I'm never playing with you again. You're like, okay, whatever, you're a little baby. Is there a way you can sit them down and get to the root of it? Is it an American-German thing? Do they not like your teaching style? Do they outvote you every time?
Yeah, they're outvoted. So every time, it sounds like these 4 are a team. So 2 of them are co-teachers in one class. All of them are, maybe it's in terms of okay, how are we engaging with parents this year? There are certain overall protocol decisions, and she always gets outvoted.
You also may not have the best idea, but that would be fine. I think it's more like they don't like your teaching style. Therefore, they're seeing you as less than. Therefore, when your child had an issue, they're like, okay, well, you still need to do your work. You have given them some indication, whether it is because of your culture or your teaching style, that you are not as good as them. And I wonder if you would be as angry if when that other woman got sick, they were like, okay, we still need your lesson plans. I think that's the bigger issue.
Yes.
Is I don't mind doing the work if we're all pulling equal weight. But not only did you not use it, when this bitch called out sick for 8 days, you guys were fine with it. So tell me the difference. Tell me why she would get that treatment and I had to leave my daughter with someone. Explain to me, other than the fact that you don't like me, do not get emotional.
Yeah.
Because they're already German, so they're already not going to be into that. You also, per usual, did not give us enough context. So what you're going to do is you're going to write back and be like, they're actually all American. I'm like, great. Then you can sit them down and talk to them. The other version is you can divide and conquer. I've had some coffee.
I think in regards to the question of do you bring it up now or wait? I think you wait and you don't bring it up. I think it's really tough when you go, well, she got to, because they're always going to have an excuse of well,
that's right.
She has a horrific
She's not the co-teacher.
Where if she gets a cold, she could die. There's always
you don't want to do that.
So what you do is next time you need a day off, if they're not supporting it, I think that's when you say, look, when other teachers need a day off, you cover it. You don't use their lesson. I don't understand why I'm not being extended the same courtesy. It has to be in the moment, I think. I think bringing it up now doesn't do any good.
It hurts, though.
It does.
Because it was your daughter. It's not like you were, Tianfu, you know him. To be fair, there was someone on the roof.
How dare.
You're just going to have, I don't know what state you're from, but I hope it's somewhere in the South because you're just going to have to swallow that, be a team player. And then when the next time comes around, you're just not going to answer. You're going to be like, you guys, I bent over backward when my daughter was sick. You didn't even use it. I've set you up in these ways. You're going to have to figure it out.
Yeah.
They love a directive. I'm sorry, because to feel you're being treated as less than, to feel you're being seen as less than, or somehow it's impugning your value. The whole thing is an indictment on your value as a teacher, but we don't have, it's harder to answer this because I don't know where they're from. I don't know how they see you. I don't know your teaching style. And it's tough because you want to stand up for yourself without being combative. That's the worst.
Well, and the rage I would feel to get my work done and this other bitch checks out for 8 days.
8 days.
Ugh.
Then again, they're European. They're used to taking long breaks.
But even
you're upset on behalf of your daughter.
Because how cold and strange of these people. She's like, I'm in the ER. And they're like, we need a sub lesson. Put on a fucking movie. I don't think my subs had lesson plans when I was at school.
Also, how old are these kids? Who cares?
They'd just come in and be like, I don't know. What's going on today?
Yeah, I think you guys are taking this a little too seriously. And they did it because they don't respect you and they don't like you, which is why they didn't check in.
Well, or they're already their own clique. And it's like, there are definitely people at work where they're my friend. And so I would go out of my way to help them with something. Whereas someone else fucked up the same thing, I'd probably be like,
They don't
you
like
should have
you.
followed the protocol.
They don't like you.
Yeah.
And you know what's great? Now you know.
Yeah.
Now you know it. And
Fuck them.
I think it's like, what's your character? Are you the kind of person who would help out anyway? I'm not a people pleaser, so I don't really. This is like a leading quality that a lot of people who write in talk about. I'm a people pleaser. I don't know where that stems from. And you're just going to have to, as I always say, decide what's more important, your comfort or theirs.
We're goofus and gallant, where they're like, we're like Emily. We want to be like Iliza.
I mean, I like to please people. I like making people happy, but you're going to have to decide. I always say, standing up for yourself and being infallible with your word. You're like, if you can just say how you feel with no emotion and like put it back to someone, it does usually stop bullies in their tracks.
Well, and especially
when you stand up for yourself.
Especially if you know you're doing the right thing. Like you knew you were going to get the lesson plan done when you got home, or that they didn't need one or whatever. Like I think I'm guessing you do in your heart what's right for these kids as well. So for them to question like, well, are you going to do your work? Yes, you're going to do whatever you need to do for these kids.
You can say, I'd be like, I don't need to be questioned. There's nothing about my work that has ever left an opening for you to doubt like my dedication to this. You also could just not answer.
Yeah.
You really do teach people how to treat you. You didn't need to be answering. You needed to be focusing on your daughter, but they saw that you had the time and the bandwidth to answer, so they moved in. When I have someone and I send multiple emails and they don't respond, I'm just like, oh, I guess they're not gonna, and that's how they are. And I hate it. I hate it when I can't get my way, but it is what it is.
It is, yeah.
Nein danke, no thank you.
Okay, we have another follow-up. So we had someone write in 2024, February. Because we had
it's actually pronounced February. There's an R.
Ugh. We had a question about a military commanding officer who was being like verbally abused, et cetera. And someone wrote in basically like, I've been in your shoes. Here's what I did, how I submitted complaints. And she now has follow-up on the complaints that she submitted, because she went through all the right steps, basically be like, I am not being treated fairly in my post. She's following up from the episode named Lip to Lip. I am the former military officer that got my commanding officer fired for literally hitting us. Well, when my paperwork got sent to DC for a decision on my medical diagnosis, status, whatever. So this is the original question asker. Okay. Because this is a thread. So this is an anonymous person who got a lot of support from other military who were like, reach out to someone. So our question asker, Anani Mouse, reached out to the right people. The Navy said that they could file a formal complaint to the admiral, but probably wouldn't do much because the CO got fired. You could file a complaint with a congressman and hope they care enough, but that they were diagnosed incorrectly with mental diagnoses. She could attempt a medical malpractice suit. There were like a lot of fucked up things happening. So my paperwork got sent to DC for a decision on my medical diagnosis. It's called a medical board. And before you can get out or continue to serve, they give you an official diagnosis. So one of the doctors told me I did not have a personality disorder, submitted the official investigation paperwork. Thanks to her help and reports, I was given medical retirement with full benefits and do not have a personality disorder anywhere on my record. Last I heard, the CO was sent for court-martial based on what I know about the Navy. I highly doubt that happened and she just got forcibly retired. I now have a job as a radio systems engineer, and I absolutely love what I do. I'm very happy with my 2 dogs, Pet Bird, and new boyfriend. And I am loving being free of the soul-sucking misery that is my professional life being centered around other people's poor life choices. If you're ever in San Diego and want to learn about tactical naval radios, let me know. Best Anon emails. And I like this because with the military people that write in, I feel like there's such a structure there that it can feel powerless. But look, this person got what they needed to get out of it.
System.
Yes.
Yeah. You can't hit people.
You can't hit people. Even in the military, apparently.
No, that's not what they do. They get in your face and they mentally break you. But it is funny. They are preparing you for war. They're like, but no handsies.
No.
I'm going to hit you now. We don't want to bruise the fruit.
Yeah. We don't want you to quit.
You should do some light stalking of that CO.
See where they are.
See where they are. They're definitely doing like breath work.
What's going on over there? Yeah.
healing. It's always people that are like that are the craziest, that like have the most peaceful bios. Like people write the most unhinged things to me about hating Jews, and then it'll just be like, live, light, love, breathing, family therapist, Ottawa.
Mother, daughter, sister, wife.
Mother, survivor. 6 million Jews wasn't enough. My practice is in rural Canada. Okay. Well, I wait all year to say this, but fall is here. Kids are back in school. Vacations are over. And it's officially the start of cozy season. And for me, it's officially the start of touring season, which means it's time to slide on some Bombas. You know Bombas. You see me wearing Bombas on stage over my leggings. They are the most comfortable socks, slippers, tees, and underwear out there. They're made from premium materials that actually make sense for this time of year. You want to get cozy, but still be in something breathable, but have your feet feel held. Nothing feels better on an airplane than a pair of Bombas. Think merino wool that keeps you warm when it's chilly, but cool when it's hot. Supima cotton that's softer, stronger, and more breathable than regular cotton, and even rag wool. The thick, durable, classic cozy sock you're going to want all fall. Apple picking, drinking apple cider, even if it's kind of still hot outside and you're going pumpkin shopping in LA, still, we want the look. And it's not just socks. Bombas design slippers that make it hard to leave the house, which is what you want. Another reason to stay home. And with their happiness guarantee, if you're not 100% into what you've got, they will make it right. No risk, all reward. Head over to bombas.com/Iliza and use code Iliza for 20% off your first purchase. That's BOMBAS.com/Iliza. Code Iliza at checkout. This is an advertisement from BetterHelp.
You need someone to talk to. As fun as our podcast is, I am surprisingly not a licensed mental health care professional. And with everything going on, you're not meant to process all of this. I know that I feel the weight of the world often. Like laying in bed, tears in my eyes, don't think that I can bear the weight of it all. And then I realize I'm not meant to. And if I just talk with someone, I always feel better. And you guys should know that October 10th is World Mental Health Day. And this year, BetterHelp is shining the spotlight on therapists, people who truly make the world a better place. When I was struggling, when I felt low, or when I felt like I just can't synthesize all of the garbage happening, I talked to my therapist. The right therapist can change everything. And BetterHelp has 12 plus years of experience in matching people to the right therapist. Whatever you're going through, there is someone out there who truly understands you. Please don't think you're alone. And please don't think that the problem that you are going through and the burden you are carrying is solely yours. A short questionnaire helps identify your needs and preferences, and they can pair you with a therapist who gets you, and you're off to the races. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform. No more waiting in rooms. Well, no more waiting in a room across town. No more traffic. No more schlepping from office to office. You can do this from the comfort of your own home. This World Mental Health Day, we're celebrating the therapists who've helped millions of people take a step forward. If you're ready to find the right therapist for you, BetterHelp can help you start that journey. We've arranged a special offer. Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/Iliza. That's betterhelp.com/Iliza.
Well, hi, everybody. It's Julia Louis-Dreyfus from the Wiser Than Me podcast. And I'm not going to talk about food waste this time. I'm going to talk about food resources. All that uneaten food rotting in the landfill, it could be enriching our soil or feeding our chickens because it's still food. And the easiest and frankly, way coolest way to put all its nutrients to work is with the Mill Food Recycler. It looks like an art house garbage can. You can just toss your scraps in it like a garbage can, but it is definitely not a garbage can. I mean, it's true. I'm pretty obsessed with this thing. I even invested in this thing. But I'm not alone. Any mill owner just might corner you at a party and rhapsodize about how it's completely odorless and it's fully automated and how you can keep filling it for weeks. But the clincher is that you can depend on it for years. Mill is a serious machine. Think about a dishwasher, not a toaster. It's built by hand in North America, and it's engineered by the guy who did your iPhone. But you have to kind of live with Mill to understand all the love. That's why they offer a risk-free trial. Go to mill.com/wiser for an exclusive offer.
Help save my future wedding from my hot mess family. Dear Iliza, Emily, and Hot
Ooh.
Scotty.
Hold on. Let me brew some cocoa. It's not a holiday question, but I'm going to.
Please play the song. It doesn't get enough love these days.
Hit it, Hot Scotty.
Hot Scotty number one. Number one, Hot Scotty. Hot Scotty number two. Number two, Hot Scotty.
My question is about the future, and you might think I'm jumping way too far ahead, but trust me, this decision is going to take time, and the history has way too many layers to share in this one email. So we just have to trust this listener. Okay, so
did you go through this email first
Yeah.
and like edit it?
Yeah, it's short. I mean, it's a reasonable length, yes. So here's the issue. I, 25 female, and my partner of 8 years, 25 male, are not married yet because we're not religious and don't care about checking that box until it is more financially reasonable for us.
Okay. I'm still doing the math of 25 minus 8.
17? My family has a lot of issues, but there's one my family has continued to struggle with for years. Oh, wait, we're buying a house first, then marriage, followed by kids and whatnot. All right. I mean, yeah, you're
Okay.
25. Do what you want to do.
Who's signing that? Who's signing those papers? Who's taking out that loan?
My family has a lot of issues, but there's one we've continued to struggle with for years. The issue is that my sister, 31 female, is estranged from my parents and my 3 other siblings who are all older than myself. My estranged sister only considers herself to be good with me and our extended family, but no one else in the immediate family. That said, she only hits me up when she needs something, and it's been that way our whole adult lives. We barely talk anymore except for the occasional text and possibly crossing paths at extended family get-togethers, which the rest of my family, immediate family, don't attend due to other historical conflicts. I'm going to say it already sounds like
Who
your
has the
immediate family
energy?
is the problem. But
Oh, interesting.
okay.
Interesting.
My experience with her is that she's always been selfish and quick to point the finger at others without taking personal accountability. But also, I see her as someone who has always felt othered, like no one's first choice, abandoned, and like someone who just wanted real and safe connections with others. That side of things.
We all want that.
Right.
Question is, how do you go about getting them?
I think of my sister as a human being. Yeah. That side of things is what makes me struggle with being the middleman between her and the rest of the family. Luckily, no one makes me pass messages, but that was an issue for a long time. Now, to give you a short version of why she's estranged, she was going through a lot, including an intense divorce and mental health issues that I closely helped with. But
I mean,
she sent
25. How close? Are you helping? Are you a doctor? Okay.
So in 2019, which this person's 25 now, so they would have been 19, right? Yeah.
21 is 4 years
Right.
ago.
6 years ago.
What?
2019. Anyway, she sent very suicide-coded text messages to multiple people, including myself in 2019. Think things like, home, yes, safe, IDK, I'm done here. I'm really sorry. Because of this, my parents called a wellness check on her that resulted in her being hospitalized for 3 days. From there, my family
Okay.
filled out paperwork as a group to advocate for her being hospitalized longer, which did not happen. And she was furious with my parents over initiating it, and that's when the estrangement started. Seems
Okay.
like they were doing the right thing. She proceeded to become estranged from my siblings over the years from other conflicts.
Okay.
So here's the actual questions. My parents have asked me to not invite this sister to my future wedding. What do I do? Granted, I'm not even engaged yet, so we're talking about a wedding that's still years away, but they're asking me this now after they have made some attempts at reconnecting with her this year that seriously imploded. Their reasoning has been 1, they won't feel comfortable with her being there and it will distract them from my big day. And 2, they have legitimate concerns that she will cause a scene. For me, I simply can't imagine not inviting her to my wedding. I want my whole family there. I want family wedding photos that I've always imagined having.
Yep.
I haven't had a family photo with all my family in it since 2018. And I think I deserve to have that. But like my parents, I'm worried how it will be a distraction and the possibility of outbursts or conflict. Okay, Iliza, are you ready for this?
No.
The additional messy factor here is that my partner knows for certain who his best man will be.
No, you don't. You're not even engaged. What are you guys talking about?
And that man happens to be
Oh no, her ex-husband.
the estranged sister's ex-husband. I know that sounds awful, but he is truly an incredible person. And we honestly have a much better relationship with him than with my sister. My partner was a groomsman in his second marriage, and we love him and his wife dearly. I hope this doesn't
Okay.
make it sound awful, but I understand it's a bad look. So, do I invite my estranged sister to my wedding? I know she'll be crushed and lash out if I don't invite her. And I think overall I do want to, but I know everyone around me, including my partner, would prefer if I didn't. The way I see it, it'll be a disaster if I don't invite her, but there will be possibilities of issues if I do invite her. So it's lose-lose. It's just how big is the loss?
Right.
I think whether I invite her or not, I would want to write her a letter to get everything out on the table.
Well, obviously, you don't need me.
Mm-hmm. If she's invited, to explain her ex's presence and request we discuss any issues ahead of time. And if I don't invite her, a letter explaining why that is, that I love her and I wish things were different. I need your big sister advice because my biological big sisters are hot messes. Please help a girl out. Sincerely, a future bride, little sister, and therapist. That's right, another grad school graduate listener here who is the hub of a really fucked up family. So when you ask if she's a doctor, kind of, almost.
Sent from Ottawa. Here's the thing. You are not even engaged. You do not need to think about this now. What you could do now is, if it's possible, because you just said your sister only talks to you when she wants something. If there is a space where you could like catch up or whatever, none of this is your fault. And she doesn't need to shoot the messenger. I would put the cards on the table and be like, here's the thing. Like, I know we're going to get engaged, If this is something that you want to repair, like she has the time to do it. There is a world where like she gets normal and everything's fine. It doesn't sound like she needs to do that much to be okay with them. It sounds like this is her strength. Her power comes from holding this grudge. She loves this grudge. It's her personality. You need to just, if you want to be a friend to her, you could just lay out the cards, be like, I know this is weird. I'm going to get married. It would be really great if you guys could repair it because I cannot be I cannot be in between for this day. I would like you there. I'm saying like she has the time to heal this. Let's say you were getting married this year. The truth is you don't need to concern yourself with this. They don't want her there for a lot of reasons that you aren't going into. That's a lot for a whole family, including the parents, to be like, we don't want to hear it because she's dramatic and she's going to make a mess and it's going to be uncomfortable. It's a democracy. More people don't want her there. I know that you want her there. I think it's sweet that you want her there. I would put it to her because she probably doesn't want to go. And you don't need to be thinking about this one person who only uses you when they need you's feelings on this day when everybody else is having a good time. This is not fair that you're caught in between.
I wonder if there's a way, like, because you want her in the pictures. You don't want her personality there.
She doesn't need to be a bridesmaid.
No. I don't think she's a bridesmaid. I think.
And by the way, if she loves you, she can get it together to have a cocktail and come take a picture. And if she can't, then that's the reason everyone dislikes this woman so much.
Right. Do you, in your heart of hearts, because you seem to think like, well, everybody thinks she might be a distraction. Do you think she will be? Do you think you can have a conversation? If you're already thinking about it now, can you have a conversation with her that goes, look, we're not getting married yet, but I know for a fact that my partner's groomsman is going to be your ex-husband and that the rest of the family is going to be there. Can you get it together?
She may not even want to go.
Right.
She may not even want to go. And she will probably use this as the time to make it a big deal, make it about her, text around. The good news is you're saying it now, which is more than you need to do. That way we kind of get all of this surus and weirdness out of the way.
Yeah.
Because you don't need it leading up to the wedding. So there's plenty of runway if you want to work on her being there. But the truth is you put it to her, be like, can you come and be a normal person? I'm on your side. It's not on me. You guys need to work it out.
Yeah.
And that's what I do in general as an adult. I'm like, this is between you guys. I will be there. It's my day. That's it. If she doesn't love you or care about you, if she can't show up and just be normal for a little bit, that's it. This doesn't need to be on you as the peacemaker. You're not responsible.
Yeah.
You need to grow up. And by grow up, I mean realize that like this day is about you and this should all be about you. And if she's going to make it weird or if people are not going to give her a chance, they need to sort that.
Yeah.
But you deserve to have who you want there. I do think it's a little weirdly rebellious. You're like, but I need her there. Why do you need her there? Because you feel bad for her?
Whose side are you on in these fights? Like,
yeah, do you feel bad enough for her that it's worth your mental health the day of your wedding and everybody else's comfort? We also need to know like what this person has done. But I think you broach it to her now, you see how she reacts. That's your answer, is how she reacts. Because what you want her to say is like, I love you. And if everyone's cool with me, I'd like to be there. And then it's like, great, maybe we could have like a coffee with everyone. Like maybe we can start to work toward that. But you don't need to manage this as the therapist.
No.
I think usually people surprise people. I feel like we've had people write in on this podcast and it's like, look, they're going to show up. They're not going to stand up during the service. Like, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
You put her in the back. She's not. And then you get your fucking picture and you're done.
Yeah.
But also, you're never going to look at that picture again.
No.
I have like one wedding picture frame. The rest are in an album. Like, you're never going to, like, it's not something you're going to like reflect on all the time. And you're going to be so busy day of, it's not going to matter that she was there.
You don't have a picture of me framed?
It's by my bed. I have one by the toilet and by the bed where I spend the most time. I have one by my fridge.
Toilet and the bed.
But it's really close on your face. Like, you can't even see your ears.
Just the middle.
And it's just in Spanish, it just says my one and only.
Solamente.
That's what it says.
Here's a doozy that I'll try to keep tight. Do I tell my grandmother, 84 years old, that her behavior makes me and everyone else not want to talk to her? I could go on forever, but here are the high points. She casually asserts in conversation that her IQ is higher than whoever she's talking to. She tries
That's such a weird thing to bring. That's such a on the spectrum thing to bring up.
She tries to convert people to believing in the Anunnaki, an alien religion. She will only discuss the faults of others in the family, extreme politics, her misinformed and horrific diet choices, and the absolute truth of outlandish conspiracy theories.
This woman sounds incredible.
I know.
Why would you not want to be talking to her?
All of her information comes from an extreme political commentator's YouTube channel that she watches at full volume on TV all day. She believes that a diet of red meat, vegetables, and dessert will cure her heart disease, not the medication she was prescribed after a quintuple bypass surgery in 2013.
You sure this isn't your grandpa?
Before you ask, yes, she has a history of joining cults. No, disconnecting the internet from the house was vetoed by my mother, as it would mean grandma would bother her all day. She's essentially an iPad kid at this point. Yes, she has always been bananas. The religion she is devoted to changes every 15 years or so. Yes, she was a gifted, intelligent child in school.
15 years is a good run.
I know.
So she's not petulant.
She's really having a time with it. Yeah. She was a gifted child in school, but her general life choices have always been poorly made. She lives with my parents who are at their wits' end. I want to support them while also not being subjected to her nonsense. What would you do? I have an immediate idea.
Get her own Instagram page immediately and just start making cash off of this conspiracy theorist.
/ a YouTube page. Yeah. Get her on YouTube.
She sounds awesome.
I think you need to bring up wilder conspiracy theories. Like, come armed with something crazy to talk to her about.
What if the aliens are already living in you? What do you think about that? And start a podcast. It's never my advice. I need to know more about this woman.
I think I bombed so hard in a meeting last night because it was like quiet. Somebody was like, oh, Monday. This was last Monday. And I unmuted myself to go, I read something that Garfield's favorite time of week is actually Monday night because he's gotten through Monday and now he has the whole week to look forward to. And then I muted myself again and everyone was silent. And then they went back to their conversation. I could tell this woman my Garfield fact and she'd probably be like, actually, Garfield is a psyop. Like, we could have a long conversation.
It also sounds like your grandma is perhaps highly intelligent and doesn't know what to do with it.
Yes.
Like when people are so smart that they come off as dumb because they're not being stimulated in the proper way. Can you give her a puzzle? Can you give her a Rubik's Cube?
Right.
This sounds like this woman is alone and all she has is the internet, which is addictive.
Yeah.
And she's not spending her mental energy on the proper things. Like when a kid is rowdy, it's like, oh, they need to go outside and burn some of that energy. So can you try taking her out of the house? I mean, I don't know. Maybe she's on the spectrum. Maybe she is really smart and she's just really frustrated, but it sounds like her only friends are the internet. I need footage of this woman. You need to start doing interviews with her.
If you take her out of the house, is it better? Like, could you say, Grandma, let's go do bingo or let's go do or step aerobics? Like, can you take her out and just be like, okay, during this time, this is grandchild time. Let's not talk politics. Let's just hear Grandma, what was it like growing up? Like, you need to get her. She is at home in her like fake news bunker. You need to get her out.
Her brain is breaking, as all of ours do.
You're saying you don't want to be around her, but you want to be around your parents. Like, take her out of the house. And you're saying, yes, in conversations with other people, she brings up her intelligence. Okay, great. Okay, Grandma.
Living.
Yeah, your intelligence is this. Great.
I think this person is lonely.
Yes, 100%.
And the farther she goes into the void of the internet, the lonelier it gets. I think it's going to be like a group effort to like Go outside, experience. She also sounds stubborn and she's got her, this person sounds awesome in small doses. So
Very funny.
start interviewing her and connect it to a bank account. That's my advice.
Can you get her into something like Jeopardy or something instead of news?
Yeah, see if she's brilliant that way. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, she needs a different hobby because this is her hobby. This is what she has access to.
But there is a thing, the toddler with iPad, there is a thing where like sometimes your parents listen to very strange news sources, not fully connecting that this is not actually news. This is someone's opinion. This is not objective reporting, and it is very loud.
Facebook article.
Yeah, that's the scary part. But I got to hear more about these religions and beliefs.
I'm going to be looking up Anunnaki, which is this alien.
You got to make a page and just be like, these are all things about my grandma who's like crazy brilliant, and just maybe she could become a cult leader.
You know what? The Anunnaki aliens is a group of deities of the ancient Sumerians, Assyrians, Babylon. So it's not like Scientology. It's like an ancient religion. So good for her.
I think you're not giving Nana enough credit, and we need to know more.
We're pro your crazy Nana. Sorry.
At least she's got a personality.
Yeah. But I do love that mom is like, I'm not turning off her internet because then she's just going to come stare at me.
But you know what? Okay.
Find her activities. You got to get her out of that house. / mom's got to go drop her off at book club or something.
She needs a break from the internet.
Yeah.
I take a break from the internet every time I go to sleep.
Your one break. I need big sister advice. A very last minute question for a last minute wedding.
Here we go. We can answer it because we are big sister. Thanks, God.
My fiance and I have been engaged for 4 years. A lot of health issues between the two of us. But now we actually have a plan and a date, and we only want certain people at our wedding. The problem is he's Irish Catholic, and I am a heathen that doesn't believe in their sky daddy. That is so sexual and gross.
Yeah, why is it a daddy?
I think it's supposed to be like infantilizing and condescending, but instead it's like very sexual.
There's no reason to be condescending, but it is, it did get weird.
We both have the same list of people we want to invite. But we host Christmas every year and don't want it to be awkward. We talked about giving ample notice to the ones we want there, and we already have done that part. What we don't want is the butthurt fifis later on. So we talked about sending out a mass text like the week before. How tacky would this be? Do not send out a mass text to everybody who is not invited to your wedding. Do not do that.
Don't give it any air.
Because I guess the issue is that they don't want all these people at their wedding that do come to their big Irish Catholic Christmas. But it's like, okay.
You can't afford it.
You can't all come to the wedding. Well, we'll see you
if somebody
Christmas.
has the balls to come up to you and be like, why weren't we invited?
Suck it.
You would just simply say, like, we only had enough money for X amount of guests and we tried to accommodate everyone. Yeah. That's it. And you don't owe anyone. That's a crazy thing to even ask someone to atone for.
Yeah. Okay. Now we have a follow-up to a question where we had a lot of questions, which is the woman who.
That's the end of it?
Yeah.
Don't send out a text because that makes it feel like you feel guilty.
No.
You can't. That's too big. We're too Catholic. It's too big.
Yeah.
Or you can have them and you just don't want them there. I think again, we are preemptively planning way too much. I think as you get closer to it, if you have the budget, you'll be like, all right, fine, they're invited if it'll be uncomfortable. But most people that are not your direct family don't care.
Yeah, I also think people who are upset about not attending a wedding, it's less because they're dying to go to a wedding and more because they feel left out. So I wonder if there's something you can do at the Christmas party to like celebrate,
Is the Christmas party going to come before the wedding?
I think after.
Just give it a beat. Give it a beat. You don't have to think about it. Most people don't care.
Yeah.
Women spend so much time like, what about other people? They don't love you if they're making a big deal about it. And it's your money. But if it's not, I don't know. I just say it is.
I think at the Christmas, you just are like, I'm so sorry, but I'm so happy to be able to celebrate the holidays with you now.
That's it.
Like,
yeah, just keep it. Oh my God, I'm so glad you guys are here. Yeah. We really tried to invite as many people as we could, but we didn't have the budget. Yeah. People will understand that. That's so gross. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, a follow-up.
I bet you end up inviting all of them. Just putting that out there. I bet you do.
I was a question about the baby legal question, which if you recall, the woman asked her mother to watch her baby and then has been out of the baby's life for 8 years and was asking how she gets the child back without disrupting. So she answered some of our questions. I reached out a year post-breakdown, but she refused contact. So this woman gave the baby to her mother to take for a couple weeks. And then a year later said, I want my child back. And the mother would not
Respond.
I started on meds and have been on them for years now. I am happily married and have a safe, stable home going on 7 years. The main issue is that she relocated out of state. So I continued to try to get a hold of her via phone.
Mhm.
Every time I get an update on my child, they have moved to another state.
That's good. Yeah, she kidnapped your baby.
I can't obtain a lawyer and invest everything in it if within a few months she up and moves again.
Mm.
The why now is more like, why haven't you sought other options? This has been a pressing issue in my life for years. Because we were kind of like, well, what has been happening the last days?
Yeah.
So it seems like she's been trying to, they just keep moving. I can't imagine. I know that it's hard for like restraining orders and stuff to track someone down, but there must be legal recourse. Someone can't just take
Yeah,
a
it
baby and
doesn't
be
sound
like,
like-
I'm in
yeah.
a different state now. It's mine.
It doesn't sound like your mom. That sounds illegal.
I think you need to talk perhaps first to a therapist, to some sort of child and family specialist about what is best for this child and how to approach it. Because I
Mhm.
think you do need to bring in legal, but I don't think you don't want to like call the police on them right now. Like you
Right.
want to, you
You
want to
don't want to
handle
just
this.
show up and rip her out.
Yes.
There.
So
Yeah.
I think going to a therapist about this specific next steps would be a good idea.
I mean, is there a way you could just visit? Can you get to
She
that
won't
state?
even
and be-
reply. It's like, or
No, that's
she's
not
like,
right.
she's okay, but we're now in New Mexico. Bye.
You know, I wonder if there's a way to be like, I'm going to come to visit and I will be contacting the authorities. Like, not in a shitty way, but like, if you do not allow me to visit, which is within my legal rights, I've looked it up. You don't have to actually look it up. You can call her bluff. I will be reaching out to I have her birth certificate. Like, I will be reaching out to the authorities. I want to see my child. I want to establish a relationship.
Yeah.
I have taken so many steps to create a stable home. I have other children and you are holding this against me. And I've done so much healing and I deserve to see my child.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to upset her. I will be showing up. I will be there, mate, whatever. And I will be contacting the sheriff's office if you do not allow me to even see my child because I legally have the right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
what you have done and is not right. You don't have to be mean about it, but you could let her know, like, I'm coming.
Yeah.
I will be there all that week.
Yeah. I mean, it's if the mother won't even engage with you, unfortunately, you do have to involve the authorities. Like this is
your child and there would be nothing that keeps me. Like, I would be like, I'm getting on that plane. I'm driving there and I have the law on my side. So you better be ready.
but I do really understand that you're not wanting to uproot her life. So it's like you're trying to be so cautious for her, but I think you
The
can't
kid's
be
not
that
gonna-
cautious anymore.
You might have to be a little aggressive and you'll explain to the kid later. You're not trying to rip the kid away. You're not trying to take her away. You are trying to reintroduce yourself and you are allowed to do that.
Right.
And I think you need to just get a little bit more affirmative.
Because what are you hearing from this? You're hearing from your mother. Yep, she's fine. Are you getting photos? Are you getting videos? Is she in school? Like you have every right to reach out. So there is a lawyer. There is somebody. Like it doesn't matter if she's moving states. You need a lawyer.
She needs to stop doing that. That's weird.
It's so strange. Like
Something's not
I'm
right.
wondering, did she move
Something's
a lot
off.
before, or is she moving a lot to lose your trail, which is so demented?
Yeah. Is she like in the circus?
Is she in witness protection? Did she witness a murder?
Sounds like she's kidnapping your child.
It does.
All right.
Okay.
And now we can't give you any more advice because that is, if there
don't
were
wanna
ever
go
a
to
question
jail.
above our pay grade, yeah.
But
I'm like,
good luck.
kidnap that baby back.
Right. They play this podcast in court.
You need to go to Home Depot. You need to get a rope and a big net. Some candy.
And some of those paper bags. Top of the cob.
It's the top of the cob. We're doing it right every day. You just take a bite, top of the cob.
My top of the cob is,
Bottom. Sorry.
oh, sorry. Okay, you go.
Oh. My bottom of the cob is I've been buying these mystery games, these murder mystery games, and playing them with my dad, where it's like cases that I was explaining to you and you were zoning out. I've been buying them used from people because you play it once, you've solved the mystery. You're not going to play it again. So I've been buying them used, and the people say all parts included.
They didn't use up all the mystery.
Right. They didn't write on the pieces. All the parts are there. And I've bought like 4 or 5 used that we've played. It's been so fun. But we got one where a part is missing and it's a postcard and I need it to solve the mystery.
awful. You got to contact the seller and be like, what the
Where's
shit?
this postcard? I bet she doesn't even know where it is or what it is. So I
doesn't
found a
even care.
blurry photo of the contents on like eBay, and I'm like trying to enhance it so that we can play this murder.
You guys, internet, help her out. We're missing the piece. Don't give her the answer.
No, we need to solve it.
That it was the scuba dive instructor all along.
After getting several where every single piece was there, no one wrote on everything. It was perfect. They locked back up the locks.
Yeah.
Like everything was good. You know, it's a pretty good hit rate. Getting one missing a piece and it was kind of the cheapest one, whatever. But I am annoyed because we sat down to solve this murder and then we couldn't. Thank you.
Sorry. It's the worst thing I've ever heard on the podcast.
I know. It's so upsetting.
No, it's a bummer. It's like putting furniture together and there's a piece missing, a screw missing.
Or when you start putting it together and it's like the thin wood, and then the last one, like you get to a piece that's so chipped that you're like, ugh.
Or like you strip the screw.
Yeah.
You're just like, I can't. I just have to glue it.
Yeah.
I hope no one ever sits on this. Okay, fan bottom.
Fan bottom. Bottom of the cob. The apple crisp coffee I got to make at home is not yummy.
Ugh. Yeah, I think flavor's a rough thing.
I saw a coffee that I'm pulling up now on our coffee board, which usually I skim, that looks so good. Vampire Kiss Latte, French vanilla latte with raspberry swirl and chocolate bats and coffins. Yes, pull up Patreon.
Bats and coffins.
Open the Cozy Coffee Corner.
We should feature a cozy coffee. Because I still think about an espresso that was made for me at the Melbourne airport.
Yes. Okay. Well, we should feature it. But also, I still get emails from the Palm, that one in Burbank.
Oh, that's funny.
I loved them, but
I don't know. This PJ's coffee, the Bananas Foster roast, looks delicious. The one above it.
Oh, they did do a very good job with that. But you know, I like a vanilla raspberry coffee. Like that's my Dunkin' mix usually. When I get
this person
ice.
named Sita wrote, got to try Starbucks' new protein powder drink, and I really like it. Vampire's Kiss Latte, French vanilla latte with raspberry swirl and chocolate bats and coffins. Okay, I don't like the red. I don't like a red icing, but I appreciate everything's better served in a ball jar too. So that's always good. Somebody posted that. Okay, my bottom of the cob. I think I kind of already mentioned this, but it was the perfect evening at Flip Phone. But because I jumped for 3 hours, I came home and my knees hurt. Not the bones, just the muscles around them. And that was a bummer.
Yeah.
To be like, I need to go sit down and rest my knees.
Yeah.
And it's not like I have bad knees, but I didn't that's like a harbinger of what's to come. Yeah. Keep doing those Pilates. I didn't like saying my knees hurt. And my back hurt all yesterday. And I kept it and rest it because I was working muscles I don't normally work in a fervent way. And so I really did not enjoy having to say my knees hurt. It sucked. But conversely, my top of the cob, I wore these are very surface level things. I wore my hair in these very Baby Spice, micro pigtails, but the rest of it was down. Mm-hmm. And I thought I couldn't pull it off. I was like, I'm too old. Mm-hmm. But we did it. I was afraid all my postpartum hairs were going to break out, but we used gel and it looked super cute. It's not a hairdo that you could do for a formal event, but I was really proud of it.
Yeah.
And it just, my big motto lately has been if not now, when? If you're not going to wear that white skirt now, when are you going to do it? If you're not going to do that, you're not getting any younger. So I've just been doing everything I want to do and wearing everything I want to wear.
Yeah.
Because the world is on fire. If not now, when? Folks, take that with you into your week. I should have ended with that. Now you got to do your stupid top. It's going to be about a bug and a cat.
No, it's about dogs. I went to Paws Atlanta, which is the animal organization I volunteer with, does this thing called a rescue brew contest where an animal wins being on the can for the year, and $1 from every sale goes to their organization. So this dog Boris won this year. And
did you post about him?
I didn't post him, but I posted Pam Bouvier, who I was cuddling, who was another dog.
Pam Bouvier.
She was there. So they had a party at the brewery where you could come in, you could buy the beer, money would go to Paws. And Boris was there. He came from the hospital that morning, but he was there to meet and greet his fans. He's just a big, old, chunky, 85-pound cutie. And then they had dogs up for adoption, Pam and Kissy and Waddles. And there was a cat who wasn't up for adoption named Tony in a stroller. So I just got to go in, walk around, hug dogs, kiss dogs, and then leave. It was great.
Sounds great.
It was great. I was like, this is a genius event.
Anything to interact with dogs.
Yeah.
We tried to have dog adoptions at my show, but it is a liability. Okay.
Yeah.
People are worried about it. Top fan top.
Fan top is, you need to pull up your Patreon for this too, because I want you to see it.
Okay.
So open the Share Your Cobb thread.
I'm here.
And scroll up to the bathroom picture, which is top of the
I see it.
Cobb. I wanted to share my new
Ooh.
makeup station designed around
Ooh.
Eliza's last special.
That mirror is nice.
I know. My partner and I saw her in KCMO last October, and she was so amazing. I can't wait to see her again. So it's this like very well organized makeup station with one of those light up fancy mirrors.
Yes, I had
with a
that mirror.
Get Ready tour poster.
The Trackman 11. That's gorgeous. And the poster was framed. Good for you.
Yes, it's just a nice look. It's like a very classy, upscale
I love that.
makeup station, which is very nice.
I love a station.
Yeah, that's our tops.
All right, you guys, I will see you this week in Chicago at the Chicago Theater and in Milwaukee. And then here's a fun fact. I'm actually staying in Chicago to shoot a commercial.
Ooh.
More on that later. Yeah. But I'll see you guys at those shows, and then we'll see you next week in Texas, Dallas, and Austin. I am speaking to you. And until then, remember, don't put red icing on your shit.